I jumped out of the way when my niece and nephew tried to push me into a pool, resulting in them falling in. Their parents are now furious with me. My parents decided to host a barbecue. I declined because I really don't like my two entitled golden child sisters, their husbands or their kids. Mom then pressured my wife. Long story short, we went. By the time we arrived there were about 20 people there. My sisters and their husbands were already drunk. About 45 minutes in, two of the kids, aged 10 and 12, ran at one of the neighbor guests who was standing next to the pool and pushed her in. She was clearly very unhappy about it, but she didn't make a scene, just got out, went over to where the parents were, grabbed their towels, dried herself off and left. Sisters and brother-in-laws thought it was all great fun. A bit later I was standing a few feet away from the pool chatting away with someone. I saw three of the kids running full tilt at me from the corner of my eye. Obviously I was next. I just jumped out of their way at the last second. All three of them ran straight into the pool at full speed. Most of the other guests, including my wife and me, started laughing, but their moms, who as I mentioned were pretty drunk, absolutely freaked out. Apparently two of the kids couldn't swim even though they were in swimsuits. Since I wasn't in swim gear I stepped back from the pool and let other people fish the kids out. The kids were bawling their heads off like they'd lost a limb. At that point all hell broke loose. The four drunk parents were yelling at everyone in general and me in particular for nearly letting their kids die, and also because two of the kids had been videoing the trick using their parents' iPhones, which were now at the bottom of the pool. One of my brother-in-laws got into the pool to try to retrieve the phones, but his BMI made that impossible. No one else volunteered to help, unsurprising given that my sisters were still whining at everyone. I told my sisters it was their job to watch their kids and that if anything had happened to them it would have been their responsibility, not mine. There were some pretty strong words on both sides. Wife and I left after the other brother-in-law fell over and face-planted while yelling at us. Now they're saying I should have let the little kids knock me into the pool and have their fun, and ruin my phone.